YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right. Remember, we have a live broadcast this evening. This afternoon, we have a live broadcast this afternoon with the opening of the Carenage Police Station, and the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, he's going to be there giving the feature address. So make sure this afternoon at 3, all right, this afternoon at 3, make sure and be a part of it. All right, make sure and be a part of it. So this afternoon at 3 o'clock, the opening of the Carenage Police Station, where the feature address by the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, will be giving the feature address. And we will be broadcasting it live right here on the Street 919 FM. So make sure and be a part of it. Don't miss out. All right? Don't miss out. So tune in right here on the Street 919 FM, and on Thursday the 1st, 2021, right at 3 p.m. for the live broadcast of the opening of the Carenage Police Station. And the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, will be giving the feature address at the opening of the Carenage Police Station at 3 p.m. on Thursday, the 1st of July. All right, live on the Street 919 FM. So don't miss out on that. Be a part of that. Okay, so going back to the phone lines. I saw I had some voice notes to play. I'm going to play some of them now. All right. I'm going to play some of those voice notes now.
Pastor Google, I find all of this take chain up from people real easy, you know. All you always come with a half a video that start after the fact, and then you ask them how did we reach there. Get the information from the other side first before you can comment on how we reach there. I just listening to the behavior of these people on this video, and I don't realize on Bacchanal.
Right, well, if you didn't listen to the interview, then I can understand why you would say something like that. But I did have an interview with the family, and they explained exactly what took place.
Yes, good day, Mr. Pastor Chief. This Miss Ramona Ramdial, she used to be in Couva North as an MP, right? Ask you what she did for the people in Couva North. All the years she sat down there. Now she come into bump she come. Looking to sink for a little supper under the PNM. Till she crawl back in the hole that she came out from.
Yeah, Google afternoon, a lady who knows and I was not about the people trading here panting. She always knows something, and I find she real bitter boy. She does come across real bitter in every program. You're looking for a husband or something? Where's your problem? Cheese boy, you have nothing to do?
Actually, it's a man, eh? So voice daughter, that's correct, yeah, that is a man, right?
Pastor Google, good morning. I want to find out who is representing the UNC in Tobago. How they getting information. I see Ms. Bissessa with the big binder with all the thing. And if you play it back when she tell them to pass it to her, they didn't read it. They only talking by guess or what somebody, maybe Watson Duke or somebody, I don't know who they're listening to in Tobago. But they are not informed. Why think Kingsley going to Tobago? Kingsley ain't know nothing about going to Tobago. And that young boy was telling the police, lock him up, lock him up. That boy is heading for disaster. From the time I saw him on this thing there, he's young, he have a little education, but he's stupid. Okay? I remember the time when you brought him there to find out what the youth want and the way he behaved. I realize he's heading for disaster. You understand? Kingsley want to see him, Garten want to see him. Vicky want to see him, he's heading for disaster. I don't know what's the problem.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Pastor Brother.
What's going on?
Yeah, boy, Pastor Google. When Mrs. Bissessa ripped up the PNM manifesto in 2010, and she went 29 seats.
Yeah.
You see, if she could do that and her voter base, their vote don't change. So she knows she could get away with that. Right? And so the people to Tobago, you highlighted the shady disrespect and excuses why she don't put up anybody in Tobago. Jolene John running Tobago already skip years put up. It is because of what their intentions are. Tobago is not PNM. Tobago have never really been PNM. Tobago have been out of PNM for about 30 years under Robinson. They only came back under Mr. Manning in 2001, 2002. You see, people don't know the politics. You know. At the end of the day, what UNC game they played? And you realize Pastor Kingsley danced around the old point with the mother and the grandmother. He never answered the question about Mrs. Bissessa behavior, tearing up the manifesto. Dance all the way around that. At the end of the day, the UNC they want those 2 seats to go to Watson Duke. So they're going to fight PNM in Trinidad, and they know that their voter base don't change their vote, so they have good chance of getting into power. And that's always about, so they will create a Sikara and Bacchanal across in Tobago in order to turn off the electorate in Tobago to swing to them. And to go quick to the police. Pastor, let me tell you something. I ain't seen no change at 60 years of that police service and that Bajan mentality and that ghetto mentality with police service. And some of the women police officers are worse than the men. That Bajan mentality, and anytime you challenge them, they become angry. And the more you challenge them, they get more angry. You see, that culture in the police service is systemic. That Bajan mentality. Because when the juniors come in, the seniors could be putting notices in the head. But after God is police, and that kind of stupidity, until they end up falling on the sword and lead the police service with this grave. That wouldn't stop after God is police. So they feel that I had anybody that asks me anything or challenge me, I had to do like the worst human being. Bad John, get to. I not seen that changing. I said to say about Gary, I not seen that human behavior in the police service, customer service changing. Same ghetto and Bajan mentality. Pastor Google, I go.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, well, I know you know his name, Pastor Pandey. Under Mr. Manning, they had some bill they were surpassed. They went through all the phrases, all the consultations, and all they had was to do was to support the bill, vote in favor. You know what Pastor Pandey was? It is not the duty of the opposition to make the government look good. Pastor Pandey said that. Kamala was under Pastor Pandey, and Kamala is saying the exact thing that different with what Pastor Pandey said. It is not the duty of the opposition to make the government look good. Have a good evening.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pastor Google, I like the jersey.
You what?
I like the jersey. Sergeant in the army.
Jesus Christ.
I have to watch it, you know. Hey, Pastor Google, do me a favor. I know see you read a document there where Dr. Rowley go and open police station in Caranage. Call him and tell him for me, turn this sod one time for the high school and the secondary school in Caranage, man. You could do that for me, Pastor Google?
I'll try.
Tell him turn this sod one time for the high school and the secondary school he promised Caranage. Tell him do that for me. Then he and I will be cooking with gas. Pastor Google, I will leave it here.
All right, I hear you, sir. I hear you, Mr. Leafy there. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Hi.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
You ain't get some making my voice out, right?
Mommy, I was supposed to call you yesterday, but what happened was that, girl, my phone, you had to get a new phone for your boy, yes, but I will try and call you before I leave on the company phone.
Yeah, trying to get over the school. Feeling plenty better, you know.
Yeah.
Thank God, you know, coughing and I know fever and all, thank God of that.
Oh,
So you
Lord.
got a ginger. Like a ginger.
Yes, drink your ginger tea and stuff like that. But I would call you right as soon as I come off. I'll call you on the company phone because my phone giving real trouble.
Yes. Mr. Leave it right here. What do you know about Carenage? What secondary school and this school and that school was the building Carenage that Dr. Rowley did not do? Pastor Google, everything that Keith Christopher Rowley did for Carenage, that was always in the making. The fish market, the police station, everything. The Forward Community Center, everything. Take what I'm telling you about. Dr. Oli made sure and see it complete. You understand me, Pastor Google? To see the station in Carenage. You see the station in Carenage. You understand me? I don't know what Mr. Leave it right there speaking about. Or they just come on the air and just talk. They against Dr. Oli so much, yeah? Honestly, that's what I told you when I look on Wednesday. And the opposition leader absent right through from Parliament. Right through. But she came on 2 days. One of the days she come on Palance. Yeah, look me here. She leaves she headpiece home. And the second day she come to cuss the speaker of the house. You understand that what she come to? And when she finished, and she thought outside, how TV6 knew that they were walking out of Parliament? The only media station was there, was TV6 waiting to interview her. You understand me? Pastor Google was playing a nasty game, a nasty game. But I'll always say, we the people of Bego Martin West will continue to support Dr. Rowley. Everything that Keith Christopher Rowley wanted to do in Bego Martin West, it was done. He completed. So I don't know what Mr. Leave it right there talking about. Pastor Google, your boy going up to Tobago?
Yes.
Well, here it is. The last time I see him in Tobago is when the clash in Scarborough, he was there with Tia. Rowley must go. That when he went up there, that same Kingsley. But if Kingsley speaks up, the bigger people show it. And whenever you want to go in the market, Machine and all the waiting for him. Kingsley, you're fooling yourself going into Tobago. I'm telling you that. You're fooling yourself. You're mama guying yourself. Pastor Google, have a good one.
All right, Mommy. I'll call you after I finish, right?
Okay. All right, yeah.
Okay, Dad. Oh, Lord. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and I'll explain the way attentively to everything that you are saying. But I know straightforward that Kamala and the opposition were not going to support that bill. They have no intention to support it, and they will not support it. Because the aim and objective...
Andrew, you had to call me back. You have that whoosh. Andrew, you had to call me back. You had to call me back, Andrew. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, Mr. Paula Spain.
Well, I listened to the video. I listened to everything that you're on so far. And I really, really love your program. Because the facts have come out. You know, Pastor Google, I want Marvin to give me a little apology on the radio, and that would be good for me. Seeing that he don't have any money and things these days. So, you know, I really want to go to court, you know, but whenever you tell a lie and for us, they need to be Marvin, I prefer to deal with you. Peacefully, come and apologize, tell them you made a mistake, or you were just some political banter as the other one, and everything will go fine. I don't want to put you under no stress because you're on that stuff right now. And I'm a peaceful fella, and I love my African brother. You know, and I don't want to get set up by any politician to demonize anybody's name and lie on them. So Marvin, just come and give me a little apology, and it would be all right. Because it's not the first time, and you always try to get a laugh whenever you see me. Pastor Google?
Yes, sir.
I am so heartful for people when I know that they're being set up and they're being carried over a window dressing. Because I know what I saw tearing up that document is just as disgraceful as when the opposition leader said the war is on the land, not on the sea, and came back and said she didn't say that. Right? So thank you.
Yes,
so Marvin, come now, boy. You could settle this. Just a little apology.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're most
for
welcome.
allowing me this contribution.
HDC. All right. So the residents of East Port of Spain, listen up. On Monday, the 5th of July at 7:30 p.m., the HDC, together with UDICOT, will present their plans for your area, which is East Port of Spain. Tune in live here on the Street 919 FM or via the HDC Facebook and the YouTube channel, and to learn more about the East Port of Spain project. All right, so be a part of that. Don't miss out on that. That is Monday coming, and this evening, I want to make sure and give you it as I get it. So this evening, tune in on the Street 919 FM from 3 p.m. All right, for the live broadcast of the official opening of the Carenage Police Station. The Honorable Keith Rowley, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, will be giving the feature address at the opening of the Carenage Police Station at 3 p.m. this Thursday, the 1st of July, live on the Street 919 FM. So make sure and be a part of it. Don't miss out on it. All right, Trinidad and Tobago. And also Omega XL International cricket stars like Ken Pollard, Bravo, Simmons, Ravi B. All of them has been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great relief. I'm going to get some for my knee, boy. All right. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or Great Health Limited at 225, or call, Great Health Limited at 225-0410. So live long and stay strong with Omega XL. I'm going to play some more voice notes. I have to play some more voice notes. So call us if you wish to. Oh, no, caller, hold on. I have to play a voice note that was sent for me so long ago, and I haven't played it either. So just give me 1 minute, right, caller? Please hold the line.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. That young man clearly doesn't understand what a SOE means. In a SOE, we are basically a police state. The police could stop you at any time, anywhere, because this is unusual circumstances. While your human rights are recognized, all your rights under the Constitution basically are suspended. So he was foolish. But let me tell you how, again, this is so unfair in our society. 2 of my colleagues, my comrades, would have stood outside PSA in a peaceful protest, and about 6 police swarm on them and let them know they can't be out here and to walk fast. Otherwise, if you're only asking questions, we'll take it down in the station. This guy is standing up out here. The Speaker of the House is coming out, and he's basically trying to get at her. He probably could have posed an imminent threat to her. The police were supposed to arrest him because if they could remove 2 of my colleagues from his front PSA building for speaking on the steps of PSA about matters pertaining to PSA, and they came and swooped down about 6 of them and let them know, you need to move from here, and if you're asking questions, we will carry you down, and you will sit down here and ask a question. You see how everything does be twisted here? But that young fella, he is illiterate in the sense that he clearly does not understand what he's doing, and he feels they're going to love him for when he's doing that. He'll just get a pat on his head and said, good boy, good boy. People of my complexion, my race need to start to think for themselves, but anyhow it is, people like the singing for the supper. That's why I said this morning it have labor prostitutes and now it have activist prostitutes. I'm going.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Pastor Gogo.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, well, the young guy, and I want to tell young fellas of African descent, if you know somebody paying you to do things there to put yourself in trouble, because he was lucky. Am I feeling, Pastor Gogo, you hear me?
Slowly, clear.
Right. I felt that police officers to process him because he could have been charged. I think they let him off because to process him would, of course, delay.
Yeah, but all right. So you wanna okay? While I hear you, right now, listen to the difference, eh?
Yes.
Listen to the difference. This young man was outside the parliament, pulling his mask forward and saying, "Rowley must go. The Speaker of the House must go."
Yeah.
And the speaker is coming across to her vehicle, and this young man is going to accost her. He is there shouting while she is going into her vehicle.
Correct.
Police officers are right there.
Yes.
A young man sitting outside of his home. Police officers tell him, "How old are you?" He says his age. They tell him, "Go inside." He gone inside, and when his aunt asked him, "You know that police officer?" He said, "Yeah, she does always want to pull rank." She come back with a baton to deal with him.
Right.
You seeing it? You seeing what the picture I painted for you?
So let me explain to you one thing. The police officer, the parliament is different from the normal police officer.
Right.
Right. The parliament police officer is under different supervision, and they fall under the Supplemental Police Act. Now, the police officer that has since been renewed. So they do have a part under the police that covers part of the operation, and they're not under the Commission of Police. In addition to the operation, there's a sector parliament that deals with them. The thing is, that guy should be arrested. Should have arrested. That arrested him, they have to stay there and process him. So they didn't go. For some time, police will do that to one money. Now, speculating here. The other thing, the woman police people home. Once the police Jenny has the authority to enter your home and enter the emergency, you must be in uniform. She was not in uniform. Yes, so I don't know who are you. You have to be in the state of emergency, guys.
Yes.
Yes, but you must be in uniform.
Okay. So the 2 other policemen who came with the guns and was telling them, "Go inside! Go inside!" Okay.
Listen, you're talking about warrant and so on. And then the warrant is uniform, showing the warrant and everything. It's important. You can just enter, yes, you can do the emergency, but who are you coming into my yard in plain clothes? They're lucky. That's very risky. Because if you come in my yard on anything and say I'm a police, boy, I'm sorry to say, but unless I see you in uniform and you show me your ID and everything, then I could go with that. But if you're in plain clothes, who are you? Thank you, Pastor Gogo. Take care.
Hey, thanks very much. You just opened my eyes.
We need to know the law. Not because you're police will enter my house and you don't have a uniform.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
Let me open your eyes a little more. Pastor Google, when Dr. Rowley was in opposition,
we are calling to talk about Dr. Rowley. I talking about a situation happening in Tobago and a situation happening in Trinidad. Now my eyes are open. That
well, we go talk about that. We go talk about that, Pastor Google. But Mommy call and tell you something. So I want to explain myself. When Dr. Rowley was in opposition, Pastor Google, in opposition, he said, just imagine, in the area that I represent, doesn't even have a high school or a secondary school. Pastor Google, Dr. Rowley get 2 terms. He opened fish depot. He turns up a police station. Pastor Google, where is the high school and the secondary school for coronage? Mommy, share the lives. Pastor Google, I will leave it there.
Good afternoon.
Pastor Google?
Boy.
I want to tell Mr. Levitt right there. You don't know how to keep this in the West. Pastor Google, the amount of building right now in the Gomartin West constituency, we have the bank, we have the Gomartin Regional Corporation. He don't even know what he's talking about. He just blah, blah, blah in his mouth, and he tell himself he gets you. Pastor Google, they have private detective, right? Especially those who work in CID. You don't have to have one police uniform. Once you have your badge. So that call out telling you about you have to have one police uniform, that is rubbish. And at this stage right now, police could enter your property. They could enter your house. We have no saying. All against fence now. We have no saying right now.
All right, but Mommy, if I'm inside my yard, you saying that if I'm inside my house, inside my yard, right, and the police come with a gun and a baton and telling me inside my gallery, go inside, they have the right to do that?
Pastor, they could enter your premises at time now.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm asking you, You see, this is going to create a real nasty debate because I would talk to you about something, Mommy. You see, we're saying this, but people are doing otherwise. People are doing otherwise, and they're doing it, Mommy. They're doing it with people. Something about this not right. Because if you're telling me,
not right, because Pastor Gogo, you don't have to see policemen enter any place with police clothes. You know what I'm telling you about? It's a private detective. It's a policemen don't wear uniform at all. They wear their own clothes. You know what I'm telling you about, Pastor Gogo?
All right, let me call a police officer and clear this up because you see this. Because I tell you, Mommy, this is not something about that. I can't. All right, so you're saying I'm sitting in my gallery or in my house, in my yard, and a policeman could run into my yard with a gun, or you have on plain clothes. I don't know you're a policeman because you have on no badge. Because when I look at that video with that woman, she have on no badge. The other 2 policemen who run in the yard have on no badge. Huh?
Is it something they went there for?
No, they didn't go for anything.
The young man of itself?
No. The young man was already gone with the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man was already gone with the police. The parents, his aunt, and they were in the yard, inside the house, you could see. And the police come in with a gun. Well, let's say so-called police, because they had no badge on them and they were not in uniform.
They had no badge?
They had no badge. The badge has been hanging on their neck. They had none of that and they had no uniform. And you run in my yard and tell me go inside. How I so sure you're a police and you're not a bandit?
Okay, Pastor Google, sometimes this badge, you hardly see number 1 police with this badge thing now. Once they had the identification of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, that's what they had to have.
But they didn't have none of that, Mommy. When you watch that video, they didn't have any of that. What's that?
You don't know they had it on them and in the pocket, Pastor Google.
Yeah, but but Mommy, we have people walking around this country with police uniform who is not police. We have people walking around with that can't be a valid reasoning there, Mommy. That cannot be a valid reasoning. If you coming into my home and a state of remember too, Mommy, they said to us, Faris, and they said to us that this state of emergency is not one like if it is a coup, you know. This is a medical state of emergency, and the police have to treat it differently.
And remember, he said so also too, they could enter your premises anytime.
Yeah, but if you're entering into my premises, ma'am, how am I so sure that you are police? You're not showing me any ID. You did not show, the woman did not show any ID, you know.
Pastor Google, how many men, persons together? 1, 2, or 3.
How many what?
How many of them are together? 1, 2, or 3.
All right, a police officer calling me there.
Okay.
A police officer calling me. All right, let me take this call from... Let me take this call here, Trinidad, to be going to get back to you. Because you see that? I ain't going through that. Something about that ain't right.
Sasko. Hey, yo, man.
Yo, Sasko.
We're rolling this time.
When I see my friends become my enemy, I have to far.
No one near them will not go.
No link, no bar. Because I know dirty heart can't sweep with broom. They are like the trees that can't bloom, and they shall slowly fade away. And I know dirty heart can't wash with soap. The meditation we supply group, and they shall slowly fade away.
But I'm a massacre, no domain. Enough of them not gonna lie that show on your wife. Bad man stuck in the bed like a tumor. Them fake like tree stripe. Pan a night made by Puma. Them set to lead police, paddle it by rumor. Start go you not to them, I said you got a code. Get your visa, you fly out them. I pay for you drop out them. Sit down like calculate by in and you back out them. Say them are your friend, but them heart mama about your men say.
Well, dirty heart can't sweep with broom.
Good and never.
They are like the trees we can't bloom.
Good and never.
They shall surely fade away. And I know dirty heart can't wash with soap. And there is no bad mind antidote. They shall slowly fade away. Then look along, we tell them say we stop fight. King son of the done for them a come and act like. Them a your brother, them good vampy backbite. Watch them kill it pretty soon them a go. Go show them colors like a stoplight. Them
Calling on a frostbite. Them hearts so dirty, man, discover with a scotch bride. Them need a whole reservoir of jelly water to wash off them heart. That could hold it on the back one at the standby.
I know dirty heart can't sweep with broom.
Good and never.
They are like the trees we can't bloom.
Good and never.
They shall surely fade away. And I know dirty heart can't wash with soap. The meditation to supply group, and they shall slowly fade away.
Shanata Bigo, you see me? No, to that, the police, the officer, the person who just spoke to me there, thanks very much. Thanks very much. You clear up a whole lot of stuff there. So, if my property is fenced, right? It is fenced. I sit down in my gallery, chilling out. State of emergency, I'm in a gallery chilling out. I'm a place fence and a policeman. And again, remember when the Attorney General talked about this state of emergency, he said that this is not like if it's a regimental, like, you know, if it's a coup or whatever. This is a different vibes on here. The person said to me, if you must have a warrant to come in my place. You cannot come in my place just so. And even if you're coming in my place just so without a uniform on, you have to show your ID. But what is going on here, boy? What is going on here? You see Miss Sharon Felix? You see Miss Sharon Felix? It's you who does have me behaving like this on the radio, you know. Because something wrong with us. What? So you would? Come on now, man. Come on. We could do better than this. You telling me a youth man outside Woodford Square in a UNC jersey disrespecting the speaker of the house? She can't even go in she car properly. Let me to do that now. Oh no. My wife had to be looking for bail money. And you know, a youth man, home in the house, telling the aunt, yeah, that police officer, she just pull around thing, they think she police officer here, that's a running. And we mustn't say nothing. Are we serious? But a youth man outside the parliament, disrespecting the speaker of the house, running up to she vehicle, all kind of thing. And you telling me, Trinidad and Tobago, you telling me that he mustn't face the full brunt of the law? Nah, something wrong with that. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. How you doing?
Not good.
Well, that's why I called, because I realized, you're not doing too good.
Go ahead, Lawan.
Pastor Google, you see, I listened to Mommy's contribution too, and Mommy still believes that the police have all the rights. You see, Pastor Google, we see today that they have people jumping out police car and running who is not police. So not just the police and them have fake uniform, they have real police car driving about too. So that is even an additional reason why you're supposed to know exactly if somebody's in plain clothes coming in your house. They're supposed to identify themselves from a distance, not too close, because it have people with a personal firearm. And if you're not identifying yourself, my protection and my defense is to use my firearm in my house. You understand? So by law, if you're not identifying yourself from a distance where I can recognize who you are, I have all rights too, by law, as a citizen of any country, to defend my property and my family in my house. If you are coming in my house and I don't know who you are. So again, Pastor Google, that was absolutely wrong. And I want to say, you see that young fella, David Welch or whatever, he needs some type of mental help. Yeah? He's not representing the UNC in nothing, Pastor Google. Right? He are not representing the UNC because nobody, why it is he put on a UNC jersey to do what he did. You ask yourself that question, why it is he put on a UNC jersey. He could have on regular clothes. Anybody could have gone and protest and say, Kamala must, Rowley must go wherever. But why it is you put on a UNC jersey? ANC is either you trying to damage the UNC more than they already going through the problems already. Let me get serious, let me get real. Right? He could have gone down there in a normal clothes, but he makes sure and put on a UNC jersey because he wanted this, this what's happening right now to take place. He wanted to be on the front page. He wanted to be the topic of, he wanted the attention, Pastor Google. So we had to stop giving him that attention because that guy is a clown. Yeah, that guy is a clown. That guy is not representing the UNC in no type of way. It seems like they didn't give him whatever little money he was begging for or was fighting up for. And, he and God, and even if you notice, he have a kind of God Christopher attitude because he was learning, he was a student under God Christopher, and he turned and he disrespect God. Even when he get locked up, God bail him out with his own money from his pocket, and he disrespect God. Kingsley and him no want nothing to do with him. So he is not representing UNC in no type of way. He balling out, well, he representing Kamala Prasad business. That's not even true. He look like he tried to destroy the party. Worse that they're going through the little problems already. So again, if you're not properly in uniform and identifying yourself, and you're coming into that property, whether state of emergency or not, and you're not saying who you are, you could end up in hot water.
Thank you.
By the law.
Thank you, man.
You have a right to defend yourself in the house.
Yeah, man.
Have a good day.
Yeah. I want to just read a message also from another police officer. He's telling me, good afternoon, Pastor Google. When an police officer entering your home, First, they have to identify themselves by way of TTPS badge and be informed and be in uniform. All right. So here we go. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you?
I am very good.
All right. Well, one of the things what the gentleman who just called was what he, in America, it's called stand your ground. The stand your ground law. Which means that you can defend yourself if you see somebody entering your premises. And you will not be held liable. Including police who did not notify themselves. As a matter of fact, if it is a police in America was to attack you or try to stop you without identifying, stop, this is the police, you can shoot them. Because it could be somebody who tried to rob you. All right. But apart from that, now the gentleman went at length about talking about the uniform for the police to have on and whatever to identify themselves and to identify themselves and to identify themselves. But he had a problem with the gentleman who had on a uniform identifying himself as a UNC. I'm trying to understand. It ain't making no sense to me. Now, you see, what that uniform signified is the same thing that happened. You remember the Minister Hines incident? Where they kick water on him?
Yes, sir.
You remember afterwards, the gentleman who was like to call the radio station was giving out UNC jerseys. You know why? That was to show the people who they were working for, I have accomplished your task.
All right.
That is to identify him with the people who he is working for. Now, let me tell you something.
You have to be really quick to tell me this because time is on me.
My biggest problem with this whole scenario is why 95% of the UNC is Indo. We know that. Why every time they have to put somebody to make a fool of themselves is a black man volunteer.
All right. So what you have to do is call, listen to this. You have to call them and ask them that.
No, but why we as black people keep making ourselves available to this sort of thing? Why we keep making
But then, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Call. They see they have the shows. Call them and ask them that. Let me take a next call.
No, but I'm talking to us black people. Why do we make ourselves become like to be used as tools?
Again? Yeah, well, I hear you. Thanks very much. I think you could call them and ask them. They will answer you. I'm sure they will answer. I am very sure. As the sun is in the sky, they'll answer you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kevin.
Welcome to our best show.
A best show? Oh, you mean the okay. How are you?
I am very good.
Well, I realize I ain't get the thing. You see all kind of thing that's happening, all right? So I resort to calling in here.
So what is you wanted to hear? You want to buff me for calling up your name?
But what are you calling my name for?
Only encouraging this.
I send information for you.
Go ahead now.
Google, let me tell you something. You see, in this place, Trinidad and Tobago, the most amount of lawlessness that's go on, and we just only wait until it gets real out of hand to deal with it. Being COVID, what you doing around the parliament to be behaving in that manner? And which media house you from? Which register media house you from? Google, and it's the same thing, and let me tell you, his turn is coming. Just how they treat Kingsley and God. Don't be afraid, you know. His turn coming because you done here. He and the next one, what's her name? The Vicky woman?
Yeah.
You hear the bacchanal with them?
They bust up.
They bust up because they're fighting for space. And while they're doing that, the disrespect and that kind of behavior, don't wonder why young people in this country looking at these fellas how they behave. They can't do better because they tell themselves that is the norm. That is the norm. And in respect to, I inside of my yard, you know.
Yes.
Google, I in my yard, you know. I'm not in the road, you know.
No.
State of emergency, you must be off the road. They didn't tell you stay off your yard, you know. I'm in my yard. I'm sitting down in the gallery. In the gallery in the house. That is the arm of my house. I don't understand that. Let me tell you, some of these young police don't know the laws, you know. They don't know the laws, you know. They don't read, you know. That's why when they have to write up a ticket, they just write so much as stupidness. And you can't be coming around in plain clothes and not identify yourself. You cannot do that. Why did Gary come, when he come on, he make sure that everybody have a badge, you know? Look at the police officers today and see they ain't seen a big thing,
a big silver badge around their neck.
Yeah, and all of that. It's the and with a picture to identify themselves. I want to know who I'm talking to. Let me tell you, some years ago, right? There was an incident. I won't go into the whole thing. We on the basketball court playing netball with some children. And there was a particular little incident happened. I won't go into it. But this man come to tell me I must hand you the ball. I said, which ball you talking about? The ball that we playing. We're not supposed. I said, which part you see? The law said that we can't be on the basketball court, which is provided for us for recreational facilities. That where did you see that we can't use the court? I said, who are you? He's a police smelling stinker. I said, what's your name? You're in plain clothes. I know where you come from. You're dressing from side to side. But you come to ask me to take the ball from the children and talking as it's a rubbish. You have to identify yourself to me. I don't know who you are.
Thank you.
And you're coming up in my face. So the fellas on the other end was coming down to deal with him. Because how you could be coming up in my face? What you coming up in the face for? Where is it? You identify yourself to us. What station you're coming from? And what is the issue? You have to be careful in this time. Because people use it, a lot of different things, to come in people's place.
Thank you.
So you want to be careful that you, look, my name is Sharon Felix from 91.9 FM. Well, of course, everybody will know that. But somebody who will listening to 91, you want to ask a question, you're a journalist, so you say, where's your documentation? Why did we get media pass Google?
But why you in a UNC and in a UNC jersey?
Well, because they want exposure.
Sharon?
But that will be dealt with just now. You want to bet you alive just now. He will start cussing the mother of the nation, just like how the next one cussing she now. You want to bet?
I hear you. I have to go.
The new dispensation. Don't want them, eh? Once they look like you and I are gone. Bye. Have a good evening.
So I want to show you what the police lady looked like. Sharon said it just now. All the police officers who called in or who messaged me so far said that you have to have an ID. You have to have ID. So go onto YouTube and Facebook and tell me where you see ID on this policewoman.
A family we say because and everything we come and show it and your friend. First, if you're making money, only enough. Last them raised like the sheep, back a nickel bow peep. Watch them killing evil queen. Don't sleep, cause when you don't sleep, you won't see it.
So if you go onto YouTube and Facebook now, you're going to see the police officer. And this was saying, Mommy, she has no ID on. She has no ID. How I so sure you're a police officer? How I so sure? You just run in my yard and she is inside the people and them home now. No ID on. How this? You inside my domain now? Look at it. With the ID. And look at her behavior. Watch. I'm going to show you now. Watch. Look at this.
This is a private house, eh? Do not touch my phone. I'm inside my house. I am inside my house. You want to say somebody's a SOE?
You can't be serious. Watch. Where the ID? Where is her ID? She come inside of the home.
Chop them up early. Smile up in your face. So take disgrace. We know them are dirty. See my friends turn enemy.
And that's what I'm talking about. Trinidad and Tobago. That's what I'm talking about. No ID. So how I show you a police officer? How am I so sure? Because you say so? Look, only leave me alone, eh? I am out of here, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's stand up for the right thing now. Let's stand up for truth and righteousness in this nation. We can't be playing the fool so, man.
What do I say, Martinique. Hey, follow me now.
Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners' cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully